Brexit has finally been done and Britain's formerly close relationship with the EU will cease at the end of this year. Boris Johnson today hailed the historic moment, but how will this deal benefit the UK? The UK and European Union have finally reached a historic agreement on post-Brexit trade, some 4 years after Britain first voted to end the nation's relationship with the Brussels bloc. The new deal has been hailed as fair and balanced by European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, while Boris Johnson said the agreement was good for the whole of Europe. Speaking from number 10 Downing Street today, the Prime Minister said, "We have taken back control of our laws and our destiny. We have taken back control of every jot and tittle of our regulation in a way that is complete and unfettered." Some 500 pages of the deal have yet to be published and the agreement is still to be ratified. But MPs are expected to vote on the agreement in Parliament on December 30, but it is expected to pass through the House of Commons, with Sir Keir Starmer confirming Labour will accept it and vote for it. The deal will come into effect on January 1, 2021 after the transition period ends. But what does it mean for Britain? Express has rounded up 4 ways the deal will benefit Britain. Mr. Johnson today described the agreement, worth £660 billion, as the biggest trade deal yet. He said it was a comprehensive Canada-style free trade deal between the UK and the EU, that would protect jobs across this country, and allow UK goods and components to be sold without tariffs and without quotas in the EU market. He added it was a deal which will, if anything, should allow our companies and our exporters to do even more business with our European friends, and yet which achieves something that the people of this country instinctively knew was doable but which they were told was impossible. A foreword of the UK-EU treaty written by the Prime Minister adds, "This ambitious agreement, carefully judged to benefit everyone, is the first the EU has ever reached allowing zero tariffs and zero quotas. We will preserve the immense benefits of free trade for millions of people in the UK and across Europe." Fishing was one of the biggest hurdles in securing a deal, but today an agreement was reached. The Prime Minister conceded that the UK gave ground on fisheries, but said that as a result of the deal Britain will be an independent coastal state with full control of our waters and would see its share of UK fish rising substantially. The deal will allow the share of fish in British waters that the UK can catch to rise from around half now to 2/3. Mr. Johnson said the EU had originally wanted a transition period of 14 years, while the UK wanted 3, so they settled on a 5.5-year transition. He added, "I think that was a reasonable transition period and I can assure great fish fanatics in this country that we will as a result of this deal be able to catch and eat quite prodigious quantities of extra fish."